If this game is better than that game we had earlier on this season, press pause. Press pause. Guys, I'm being very... Guys, it's 2019. Press pause. Please, I'm begging you, press pause. You cannot watch this without a meal. It's too big. It's too big. I'm sorry. Press pause. Grab a drink. Grab a meal. It's too big. It's too big. Hyped. Cop this. Grab a meal, grab a drink, super malts, we ride, because that's how we live. We will ride with this man. Grab a meal, grab a drink, and let's ride. Guys, this is big. This let me tell you why this is so big. What is the best game of the season so far? Think. Oh wait, what is the best game of the season so far? You give up? Obviously, Dortmund Bayern. That was the best game of the season. And still, to this point, no game has been better than Dortmund Bayern. Amazing. Quality. Superb. And I'm so hyped because that was the best game of the season. And so much is riding on this game. I'm going to get soon because I think a lot of people have been speaking before this game saying this could be pivotal. I don't think it will. I don't think this game is going to be pivotal based on how inconsistent both teams are. But still, whoever wins, it's a psychological boost. And you know what? It's not going to take away the hype of this game. Because guys, this is what we live for. Massive games. And the beauty about this is that even if you're not a Bayern supporter, even if you're not a Dortmund supporter, even if you don't watch the Bundesliga, if you love football, for the love of the game, this is a must-watch. It's a must-watch. You have to view this game. So, Bayern Munich are at home at the Allianz Arena, and you would see that the onus is on Bayern Munich to win this game. See, Bayern Munich drawing this game, if Bayern Munich were to lose this game, even if I still think Dortmund are inconsistent, 5 points adrift with these many games to go, that is on dangerous waters. I still feel that if Bayern Munich were to lose this game, they can still get the title, because this has been probably remember we're in April. Again, German boys, tell me if I'm wrong. This has probably been one of the closest title races in a long time, because all the times that Bayern won it, the 2 times that Klopp won it, by this time they were already had a cushion. 2 points adrift in April, that's real. That's real. Obviously, same as the Premier League. But I think the difference between this and the Premier League races, the Premier League races are both teams are consistent. And it doesn't look like both of those teams are going to drop any points. But whereas where we are here is both teams are, and this is probably more exciting because both teams are so unpredictable. I didn't think that Bayern Munich would drop points against Freiburg, and I thought that Dortmund would probably end up drawing that game against Wolfsburg, only to leave it till the last minute. So let's just go into some team news. So I'll just pop open my lineup here. So I think, Dortmund have huge, oh my god, huge. So basically, with regards to injuries, Bayern Munich are looking good. So the probable lineup, according to Bundesliga.com, is Neuer, Kimmich, Süle, Hummels, Alaba, Martinez, Thiago, Gnabry, James, Coman, Lewandowski. So that is pretty much the same lineup that they went up against, against Liverpool in the first leg. The worry about that is they were quite slow. And there was a lack of support for Lewandowski. And I just think when you look at that, it's going to be reliant upon Gnabry and Coman. If Gnabry and Coman play really well, Bayern Munich could beat Dortmund very well. But if Gnabry and Coman are not effective, they're not productive, it doesn't look too good. For me, I'm looking at Gnabry. I think Gnabry is the key man. If Gnabry has a great game, is really winning his one-on-ones, I think Bayern Munich are in a great position to do something. But it depends on what Gnabry we're going to see, because he's still a young guy growing. Dortmund does not look good. Paco Alcacer is out. Arm injury. Guerrero is out. Hakimi is out. Metatarsal. Maximilian Philip is out. Knee. Pulisic is out. The biggest one is Alcacer, followed by Hakimi. Huge. So the lineup that they've said is Burki, Wolf, Akanji, Zagadou, Schmelzer, Witzel, Delaney, your boy Sancho, my guy, your boy Marguerite, my guy as well, Brun Larsen and Mario Götze. So let's just start off with regards to Dortmund. I think Favre is saying, you know what, we're gonna have to ride with a false nine here. We don't have an out-and-out striker because both of the out-and-out strikers, Philip and Alcacer, are out. So we're gonna have to really rely upon Marguerite's craftiness, the movement of the ball, and just the intelligence of our players to try and find that space. So a lot of work is going to be required of Sancho and Royce and Götze, but specifically Sancho and Royce, who are, I think, the better attacking players, as opposed to Royce, who is much more of the provider. So it just makes for a very fascinating thing. But look, man, Bayern Munich, man, they have to respond. Because Dortmund won their game, they have to respond. So the question is, can Bayern Munich respond? Can Bayern Munich respond? Because I think unfairly so, Niko Kovac, he's under pressure. He's playing for his job. And because I always go, because this match is complex with regards to the title race, because on one hand, as I said again, this will not determine who the winner is, because that is a very myopic, narrow-minded way of viewing this race. Trust me on this. Whoever wins, it ain't over. If Dortmund take a 5-point lead, it ain't over. If Bayern Munich take a 1-point lead, it ain't over. If it's a draw, it ain't over. So whatever the case may be, this is probably going to go down to either the last game of the season or the second to the last game of the season, based on how the teams play. But that psychological aspect is huge. If Bayern Munich are to lose 2 back-to-back games, the second one being against their title rivals, I think their self-confidence will get crushed. But my thing about this is that can Dortmund carry that on? But let's just look at how this game goes. I think for Bayern Munich, I think their approach to this is that they have to use their much maturity. Martinez is going to be key. Very key, because his positioning and reading of the game is going to be crucial in stopping the movement of the ball from Sancho, Royce, Götze, and so forth. So him closing down plays, reading the game, interceptors is going to be very important to really stopping those channels through. And as I've already said, Lewandowski needs the supply. He's currently a classy brick. It's currently a classy brick. So, but putting out his classy brickness aside, he needs support. So Coman, you has to be more consistent, because there is a really good player in Coman, but my issue with Coman is his inconsistency. There are times when he will overrun the ball, he messes up the dribble, he overruns the dribble, his control can be a bit sketchy, a bit too scattered, and I just think that there needs to be better focus with him when he has the ball, which is what I think he lacks. I think Gnabry, he's far more reliable in what he does, but I think Gnabry just needs to grow and just really improve upon his dribbling technique and just finding out ways of consistently beating players, which I just think will come to him as soon as he grows. But this game, it's Gnabry and Coman are going to be key. You know, Obviously, you've got what your boy, what's it called, Thiago is doing and everything. But I think for Bayern Munich, their whole thing is going to be about, look, man, we have to be far more inventive. Like, the way they capitulated against Liverpool was shocking. But Bayern Munich will say, we're going up against a very good defensive team. I think Bayern Munich will say, we're going up against a team who are not very defensive, who are very open and want to come out and play. So that means that if we use the ball intelligently and we use it well, so whenever homeboy Thiago Alcantara has the ball, James has the ball, they make those through balls count. They make those through balls count. And when Coman and Gnabry are in good positions, make those crosses count. Give Lewandowski something that he can really buy into. And I think that's where they're going to get their joy. For Dortmund, I'm worried, man. I'm worried because this game calls for an out-and-out striker. Calls for an out-and-out striker. You're going up against a physical team. And you're going up against a defending man, someone who he's been up and down, but he's a very experienced defender. And when you go up against a team who are seasoned, you do need just a presence and a good old traditional striker, which is what they had in Alcacer, who played so well in the last game. So for Dortmund, the key thing for them is just how they use the ball. That's why I say Sancho's going to be so crucial. Is their quickness and their energy is what you hope will pull guys out of position. Because the beauty of this game is it's an amazing contrast and stuff, which is what made the first game so amazing. Because you're looking at a team who plays a bit more slower, a bit more methodical, and another team who's far more attacking, far more energetic, and far more dynamic. So it's two different ways of doing it. But for Dortmund, my whole hope is, because Ruiz is going to play the striker kind of role, but really he's coming in from the midfield. So the thing about it is that, you have to look at the team who does it best, which is the 2012 Spanish team and the Barcelona team. And when you look at them, it's intelligent passing, intelligent movement. That's the key thing of making this Fulton work. Intelligent passing, intelligent movement. So decision making has got to be top tier. It's got to be top tier. And I'm worried because this is a young team where decision making, they still need to improve. But it's a huge game. And I think I'm so excited because I'm excited for players like Sancho, who at such a young age, he's been thrust into such a massive, huge game. And this will only bode well for him going into England. Because, my God, how many players his age are pretty much not only playing in a game like this, he's one of the key guys. Trust me, Nico Kovac is saying we need a plan for Sancho. Because, I'll tell you right now, a plan is needed to stop Sancho because that boy can play. That boy can play. And that boy is arrogant and confident on the flipping ball. Arrogant in the good sense. So, look, man, I am so excited for this game. I'm going to get a meal for this game. I'm going to have my super malts all sprawled over. I'm going to have pizzas. I'm going to make some pancakes on something. I'm so hyped because this is what we live for, man. Because what I live for, the thing that gets me hyped, I like doing all matches and everything, but nothing gets me more hyped than those matches that count. The biggest matches, the biggest games, because you know me, guys, you know me. Degree of difficulty, massive games, stake. It's what I'm about. It's what I live for. It's what I breathe. It's my oxygen. It's how I live. It's just, inject that thing in my veins. Inject it. So, man, confession. I literally haven't actually thought about a scoreline. Oh man. Give me a second. See, let me be real with you. I think that, a key thing in this is that Alcacer injury. And Hakimi as well, because Hakimi is a very important aspect into how Dortmund play, especially how they move forward. That Alcacer injury is huge. That's critical. If he plays, I'm looking at this thing very differently. But him not playing, I just believe that Bayern Munich will be able to nullify this Dortmund lineup without a recognized striker. I just think that they'll be able to deal with this a lot better. And the question is, how will Coman and Gnabry play? And how much supply and service is Lewandowski going to get in this game? But my thinking is, it's a must-win for Bayern Munich. they're the Allianz Arena. Doesn't mean it ain't a fortress, bro. So that's, but I'm just putting everything together. Allianz Arena, it's a must-win game. No Paco Alcacer in there. The way Dortmund played this against Liverpool, who are far more better defensively, this is a much more open team that say, you know what's up, Wild Wild West, let's just ride. I'm looking at it. Bayern Munich 2-1. Bayern Munich 2-1. But look, man, let me be real. Bayern Munich 2-1. See, I am an objective analyst. There is no human being that is truly objective. No, nothing. There's no truth that's truly objective. May the best team win. I'm here for the football. But I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. I've been such a huge fan of Marco Reus. And I just think that it has been so unfair that he has been, I feel, robbed by fate or whatever of titles based off his injury. And Dortmund's philosophy of allowing the youth to play, even when they lose games and they piss me by them losing games, making mistakes, I'm just such a fan of how they view football. And I think someone asked me a question before that, if you were a player, which club would you want to play for? I'd say Dortmund. Because they're a team that just gives you the freedom to attack, try things, make mistakes. Young and old can mix things, and there's just a freedom to how they do things, and that freedom it has a yin and the yang, which are why people just admire them so much. So I just think it would be a great story if Dortmund were to win it, you know, where nobody really gave them a chance. Everyone was looking at Bayern. It would be a great story. But look, it's like there's still so many twists and turns to come to the end of the season. But look, man, the way I see it, I'm going to be objective. I'm looking at this as an analyst, putting everything together statistically, lineups and so forth, tactical setups. It's a 2-1 Bayern win. 2-1 Bayern win. But whatever the case may be, it's going to be a fantastic game. And remember, Patreon members, use your Patreon app or whatever. I will be doing live reactions during the game. So just go in the Patreon app in the Lens feature. I'll be doing live reactions during the game of what goes down. So just look for my live reactions there. So yeah, whatever the case may be, man, I'm super excited for this game. I cannot wait for this game. As I said again, the first game is still a game of the season. And my God, if this game is better than that game we had earlier on this season, we are blessed. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot Patreon page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.